Hi, this is my PowerPoint presentation video on the artist Alexander Calder. Um, Alexander Calder was born in 1898. His family were also artists, including his grandfather being a sculptor. One of his sayings to reason why he didn't want to analyze the artwork himself was theories may be all very well for the artist himself. They shouldn't be broadcast to other people. I think that what he meant by this was that people need to decide the meanings for artworks themselves. Giving options or suggestions for a meaning that are supposed to be helpful may just end up being distracting, and the person trying to analyze the artwork, instead of helping them, will just make them be stuck on those previous interpretations and not allow them to have any creative thinking for themselves. This particular work of art reminds me a bit of like a windmill or a wind vane, weather vane you can see on top of some old farm buildings. Um, I think that the black canvas, well, it looks like a bit of an abscess. Like against all the white in the room, it looks like a spot where you can just put like any different color. Like you can interpret anything to be there. You can make it any color in your mind you want. So yeah, it's meant to be like open for interpretation. This work of art is called Peacock. From what I found, this artwork was put out in 1941. I think that the multiple colors and like the way each branch was shaped was supposed to mind you of a peacock's feather. I mean, the whole shape literally looks like a feather itself. Each branch looks like one of those little hairs that branch off from the main branch of or main stem of like a feather. The different colors were supposed to, I think, remind you of a male peacock's feather because the male's feather was, well, the feathers of them, like his band of feathers, was meant to distract hunters from going after the females and was to allow them to, continue on their whole race and species. Um, At the same time, it looks very delicate, and I think that it was done on purpose to show you just like feathers can break very easily. So I think it was made specifically to look fragile. This one is the last piece of artwork I wanted to show you, and I wanted to show that while he did do a lot of sculpting and metalwork, he did enjoy also creating some paintings. This one in particular is called Sao Paulo. From what I could find, it came out in 1955. A lot of paintings that I found that he had done had a circle or some kind of like sun shape with like rays or wavy little triangles showing that it was a sun. Some even had faces. Um, he also had a bunch of what I can only assume to be either grass, leaves, or waves, like surrounding it. He typically used this type of color scheme as well. I think they were either his favorite colors or the colors that like are particularly associated with these objects, like yellow or orange for the sun, green for leaves, green or grays for leaves, or like blues and blacks for either outlines or seas. Um, and I think like the little red up in the top of this corner here is maybe like to represent like a little miniature palm tree or something. Um, and one other interesting fact that I found out about Alexander Calder is that he had lived in Paris for a while, and even though he had hosted a performance that was attended by Pablo Picasso, Man Ray, and many others, he didn't sell a single work of art. And finally, here are my sources. All right, that's it. Bye.